Okay, so our proposition is the U.S. federal government shall create an independent council to investigate the ties of the Trump campaign and White House to the Russian involvement into the 2016 president election. So we defined Russian involvement as the belief that Russians hacked emails and sabotaged Clinton's chances of winning. An independent council would be a group of investigators that will look into the election and can't be fired by Trump. So our plan is going to be the independent councils will sign agreements where they can't tell anyone about their findings and can't leave until the case is closed. One of the harms if we don't do this is Trump will continue to run the country even though he might not have deserved to win, and he could ruin he could potentially change the fate of our country. And one advantage of helping that would be people's doubts will be cleared, and we will either have to work with him or we'll eventually get him impeached. Another harm is Trump will continue. Another harm is there has been a lot of chaos because people think that he wasn't meant to be president. One advantage is instead of protesting not my president, they can use their voice for the better. And I spoke very fast. So the current state right now is that
definitions again, because it got kind of muffled. I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, or maybe it's Skype. Yeah, I'm allowed to. Definition is Russian involvement is the belief that the Russians hacked emails and sabotaged Clinton's chances of winning. And then independent counsel is a group of investigators that will look into the election and can't be fired by Trump. One more thing is the current state right now is the fact that Trump fired an FBI director, and people believe it has to do with the investigation about the Russian involvement.
Your proposition?
No, 2 minutes.
No? Okay, so you said that one of your advantages is that it will be most likely that he will get impeached. But the possibility of that happening is very low, considering that only one of the presidents in the past 51 now has gotten impeached, and possibility for that happening again, it's going to take a lot of work. Okay, and the other thing is that you said it was going to cause chaos because he didn't deserve this position, but we're not talking about whether he deserved it or not, or whether you think he's good. We're not talking about your opinions. We're talking about the fact that he was voted president, and whether other people like it or not, this is what happened, and there isn't much that you can do about it now. He's been in office for a couple of months now, and even though a lot of people aren't content with what he's done, that does not mean that he isn't doing his job. You also mentioned about the James Conway.
Girl, this is not the rebuttal. You're just mentioning your advantages. Oh. So you can use this time because then there's nothing to rebuttal against you.
Advantages would be
like your plan. Why should we keep things how it is?
Then we would save a lot of money in launching the private investigation. We wouldn't have to go through the troubles of impeaching a president and finding a new one and all of that, and we will save even more money on the advertisements and paying for the stuff, and it will just be it will be less of a hassle if we just kept him as a president, because he is trying his best.
Okay, thank you
for listening to my argument.
Okay, ready, go.
And I would like to say, okay, so my opponent said that in against our advantage, saying of our impeachment, that in the past we've only had one, and with the possibility of it happening again. Well, in order to impeach a president, he needs to have minor misdemeanors or what's that word? Crap. What's the word where they what? Oh shit! What? Well, when he betrayed us, betraying the nation. So basically, what he did in involving himself with the Russian government or Russian involvement, that is him betraying his nation, and he's supposed to represent our nation. So he can be impeached. It just needs to be passed through the Senate and the House of Representatives, which is possible because he did commit what's that word again?
Betray.
Minor misdemeanors and betraying his nation.
This is harder because I can't whisper extra information in your ear because then they'll hear it.
And then you said it's a chance that it won't even work when I just proved to you that it can work. And also you try taking down our second advantage by saying that we're not talking about whether he deserves his position when we didn't say that he didn't deserve the position. We said that he didn't rightfully and fairly get it.
Yeah, he didn't actually. Yeah. You can just ignore her question if you want.
You said it was our opinion that he. Yes. Question?
You said that he did not rightfully earn this, but he won the election, and it was because of the Electoral College, which we debated the other day in class.
Okay, thank you. And also, no, it was.
And so that
if we go through with our plan,
so because you supported
you need to
day,
stop
that
talking.
was
If we go through with our plan, we will prove it's a possibility that he did not win this election fairly. Also, you said that it was our opinion that it's chaos, but have you not seen the news lately? I have 1 minute. There is chaos going around nationally. Just turn on the news, and also your your advantages for getting a new president. There is a vice president for saving money. It's all paid for the people that are running for a campaign, not by taxpayers. And also, you said less of a hassle. Life isn't easy. Thank you.
Okay, Veronica, it's your turn for 3.5 minutes.
Okay. So, do you have any form of evidence? First of all, I want to know what minor misdemeanor means to you. What is your definition of minor misdemeanor?
Define it. No, you define it. Don't ask her. You define it.
Too bad. Jessica.
Okay. So, as minor misdemeanor, just as it would to any person, like as it's been on the law, like the president is not above the law. So by him sharing information or being involved with Russian government or just Russian involvement proves that he is like sharing information that he shouldn't be sharing in the first place.
Okay, so what exactly are you guys doing? Because according to a source, these past few months after the Senate Intelligence Committee launched its investigation into Russian, into the... What? Why not?
Are you asking me?
No, wait. Oh my god. You're messing me up, dude. Okay, so basically it just demonstrated that all of the investigations that have been done have been very inefficient, and you guys have made very little progress according to some sources. And so according to the 5 staffers assigned to the case that have been reviewing the classified documents formed in the January 6th assessment of Russia's interference in the election, have led to the discovery of less and less potential irrelevant information. and they believe it has. Those staffers also believe this is like more of a. Wait, are you raising your hand?
Yes.
Okay.
What's your source?
My source today, I am using
Wait, I have a
the
question.
New York Times.
And where did the New York Times get that information from?
New York Times is not a legitimate source. Sorry. Speaking out of turn.
Okay, well, what am I supposed to say?
Girl, I ain't on your side.
I am done.
You're done? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's mine. Come on, girl, you only get 2 minutes.
So you said that it will be easier, or Noemi stated that it would be easier for him to get impeached because we have a vice president. But
I did not
the
say
issue with
easier.
that, you said it was possible.
But
Yeah.
Thanks for
possible
the
doesn't
interruption.
possible
Anyways,
doesn't equal easy.
Okay, so the issue about impeachment is that it is going to take a lot of work, and we need the House's votes to authorize the investigation. So it is going to be even harder because most of the House already is in his favor because it is in his party. So, wait, was anyone timing this?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so that is another thing. And also, I believe we should not launch this investigation because it will take a lot of time
Point of
and energy
order?
from a lot of people's lives. Yes.
You can't bring up new points.
Didn't bring up a new point, just brought
She
awareness
was
to a different
repeating.
one. Thank you very much.
Oh.
She was repeating herself.
Okay, continue.
You only got like 40 seconds.
Go Trump.
I can't wait, y'all.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Noemi, can you time me, please?
2 minutes?
Yeah. Ready?
No.
Go.
Okay, yes.
So my opponent said that we keep talking about impeaching him, when our goal is just to make sure that he actually did deserve the presidency in order to stop fighting against him, trying to work with him. So thank you for that. Second, no one ever said that impeaching was easy, and the goal isn't to impeach. We just want to make sure that he actually did win the presidency, which is the whole point of having a different investigation. Therefore, Trump cannot fire them. And if Trump can't fire them, if Trump wants to fire these people, because he already fired the director, that obviously means he's hiding something, or he also believes that he didn't win. But anyways, if he technically did not win the presidency, we're technically not really impeaching him if we remove him for presidency, right? That is the whole point of this investigation. My case is closed. Thank you.
Can I open your case up again?
No, sorry. You're 2 minutes are up. I totally rambled on. Wait, how much time do I have left? I can add stuff. No, how much time do I have left?
55 seconds.
55 seconds. Okay, we'll continue.
53.
So again, I think our plan is to have independent counsels that are going to be able to sign agreements where they can't tell anyone about what they found, and they can't leave until the case is solved, which is why we think that our people should go with our plan, because it will finally solve this case about Trump's presidency and whether he is not fit or he was not rightfully chosen to be president. I feel like people will be able... I don't feel like our advantage of having this plan is the fact that people will be able to stop protesting against him and be able to use their voice to work with him and find ways on how to fix our state of, like, our world or whatever. And that is why people should just come with our plan to find a way to finally settle this case once and for all. So, thank you